Yes sir, Rise and Grind, man. I'm back at y'all with another video with the Pull-Up King. So what we got this morning? Working on the Honda Pilot 04. Got an oil pan to get done, man. Oil pan, house call. So this oil pan is pretty tough to get out. I couldn't find no video on this particular car, so I figured I'd go ahead and make one for y'all. I touched so many cars, so I'm gonna give them to you raw. Yes sir.
We have emotion, man. We have emotion, we have emotion. Yeah.
Hit with another one.
We have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma ride for this, I'ma grind for this, I did time for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. Cause we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma grind for this, I did time for this, I'ma shine for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. We have emotion, I swear I ain't bragging and boasting. On that leaning, that's why I ain't focused.
So this oil pan right here, we gotta take out the exhaust to get to it. And see, you got my jack stands. Safety first. Alright, this is our pan. See, we got some bolts. You can see everything, but you can't get it down once you loosen it up because of the exhaust right here in the way. I gotta take that. 2 bolts. It's 3 bolts. And that's the tough part. Got one in the front and in the rear. So on that, take off the O2 sensor. And we'll be able to lower this exhaust. That's really the tough part of the job. Toughest part. Then we can drop our pan and go to work. So I'm going to take the oil out real quick. 17mm drain plug. Got the oil drain. We're gonna go ahead. We got a 14 mil. Those I hit it with some WD-40 before I try to break those bolts loose on the exhaust. So that's what we're going with, 14 mil impact gun. Alright, I'm not sure about everybody else, but I got all 3 of those out with ease. Don't look too bad, so we're gonna go to the rear. Take those out. They say this is the hardest part of the job. This is actually my first time doing this particular one, so we're gonna get it done. All right, that's all 3 in the rear. I took all of them out with ease. So on to the next. O2 sensor, we're gonna take that out and should be able to drop this exhaust, the front portion downward, and then it flex. And it'll flex right here and just, hang. Let's see. That's my little O2 sensor tube. Move that to the side. Probably gonna have to get it off this hanger back here. Alright, so it look like, to make this easier for me, I'm gonna take these bolts out. 1, 2, 3. Take those out and take that out, that hanger right there, and get this whole little piece out. Alright, this is where we at. Took those 3 bolts out. Now I can move it around some more. That one drop. That one dropping. I'll get that hanger out. Then we good to go. Let me show you what I had to do. Alright, the rear, the back, that's a hanger back here. I took that hanger off. Alright, and once I did that, I was able to drop this in so I can get over that point because it's got a tip right there and it kept catching. Alright, now I can clear it. So I put a pry bar on this little rubber piece. When it was back here, it was connected. That's that little rubber piece. I put a little pry bar on it, pried it off, and pushed the exhaust back at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on these bolts, man. See what we got. I removed all these 10 mils. All on the back. I took out this 14 mil. Go over here to the passenger side. I got your oil filter. These bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get these out after I take out the oil filter and get it with a deep 10 mil socket. It's gonna be it, man. I think that was 16 10mm bolts holding the pan, and look like we got a lot of, it don't look like it's a gasket, possibly, maybe, I'm not sure, I'm gonna see, but it's possible we just need to use a gasket sealant to put it back together. One last 10 mil holding that plate. Take that plate out. And voila, 2 more 10mm bolts. That make 18. Now this is what I'm doing right here to pry to get this out. Put my pry bar in here and I just press on it. It came down. So we got the pan down. Now, this is what we're gonna run into. We have this side of the passenger side of the motor, the oil pan. It won't clear when it falls. We gotta pretty much, looks like I'm gonna have to raise the engine, take off the motor mount on the passenger side, and jack the engine up so I can clear it. That way it'll have room to drop all the way down and clear the oil pump and fall down. Alright, motor mount, 14 mil. Take those bolts out. This motor mount shot. Alright, so what we gotta do next, got that mount off. We gotta go on the front to get that mount. This mount right here, we gotta get this mount. Loosen that up, that bolt right there on the top. Alright, broke that loose with a 17mm socket. Make sure you got your jack up under there holding the motor. And there you have it. You can see the screen, how far it comes down. Boom. Some bad oil, man. Alright, so I ended up taking off the screen completely. 3 10mm bolts holding it in. That's the screen right there. Now I can go ahead and get my pan out, because it wasn't really no other way. I could jack it up a little bit more, but I didn't want to risk doing anything else. So that's how I did it. Alright, as you can see, I don't have the jack on it holding the motor. I realized once you take that screen out, you can drop it back low. What you got to do here is just move the exhaust to your left push it over to the side. You gotta finagle this shit up out of here though. And it'll get to this point, and you pull it out. Just like that. There it is. Old and new. Look at the difference, man. Some bad oil up in here, man. Yeah. Let's get it. So you want to make sure, as you can see, it doesn't have a gasket. So all it is just sealing. Gasket maker. Just put something around it, all the way around it, and clean your surface on the block. Make sure that's clean before you put anything back on it. Dry it up as good as you can. Alright, I put the gasket maker on there before I put the pan in, because I did notice, like when I put the pan in, I don't want none of that to smear, so, or go away, because that's what normally happens. So because it's a tight spot, so I'm gonna do it that way. Go ahead and put this pan in, put the screen in, sit it inside, and reverse order pretty much. Go ahead and put that in there, and then place it in its position, and then put the 3 10mm bolts in to hold that, and then go in, put that pan up and tighten it down. Screen in. Went ahead and put some more gasket sealing around the pan. Now I'm gonna go ahead and went ahead and put those bolts in first. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put those 10 mils in, start running them around. That's the pan installed. Alright, exhaust going back up. Already put it back in position. I'm gonna tighten it down. Got the O2 sensor back in. Bracket. Got that hanger back in there. And then I'm gonna put that back together. And that's gonna be it, man. If you're liking the content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hey man, I got a window regulator on this one as well, so I'll be doing a video on that. Until next time, man. Pull up, King.
Hit with another one.
We have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma ride for this, I'ma grind for this, I did time for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. Cause we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. Hey, we have emotion, we have emotion, we have emotion, nigga. I swear I'ma grind for this, I did time for this, I'ma shine for this. I swear I was built for this, on guard, my partner got killed for this. We have emotion. I swear I ain't bragging and boasting. On that leaning, I swear I ain't